challenged by Doc Rivers and the Clippers. The call stands. That's the second foul now on Kawhi Leonard as he heads to the bench here for the Clippers.
Lakers have not made a substitution yet. Contavious Caldwell-Pope on that baseline, counted for two, and he's fouled in the...
Beautiful give and go here from AD to KCP. Nice start, nice balance offensively, defensively, holding the Clippers here to 9 points. Kawhi Leonard on the bench for the Clippers with 2 fouls.
Caldwell-Pope hits it. We told you he's taking the plays. Noah Shamet, who just arrived. Noah hasn't played with anyone, and back outside. That's a long shot. Jackson.
29 different starting lineups, and you're currently sitting second in the Western Conference.
Great job. They've not been healthy most of the season.
Right.
They're not full tonight. LeBron sneaks it inside for McGee. Pretty pass by LeBron. Lakers lead 9, biggest tonight, and it goes up and in. Scorch.
And Paul's going to have to assert himself offensively with Kawhi on the bench here.
And that's one of the main stories for the Clippers, isn't it, Reg? And they enter the second phase of the NBA season. They need a nice second option, certainly, to Kawhi. That's Anthony Davis.
Well, and especially tonight.
Far been the facilitator. Getting a screen from McGee, works it on George, and can't get it with a drive.
Offensive foul over the back there by McGee.
On March 9th, signed a multi-year contract June 27th, and he hasn't played this season. Jared just filling us in right there, and he's at the free throw line right now. But you know, Jared, he looks
shape. He had told me that night in San Francisco that he felt like he could help the team.
Yeah, think about if you're Doc Rivers, what you're adding with Noah to your bench. A former defensive player in this motion offense.
Kuzma and Caruso are in. Contavious Caldwell-Pope with a miss. Here's Paul at a screen. George, 3, no. Rebound fought for on March 23rd of 2019. It's a span of 495 days. The last time he played. Green inside. George tries to pull the trigger. Picked up by Danny. Lakers have hit 7 of their first 13 shots so far.
Look who's on the floor, number 21 in white for the Clippers.
Checked in.
Patrick Beverly.
And they weren't sure how much. Throw line again is Anthony Davis, already 2 of 2, and he's got 6 points along with JaVale McGee's 6. Witness history in the making with Michelob.
Beverly and Doc Rivers, you're going to need that energy in an environment like this. There's no fans, right? So you're going to need that energy.
But they've had to rely on this depth, and it's proven to be very successful.
No Rondo out with the broken thumb, and Avery Bradley opting out to play here in Orlando. So they're missing what you're going to need in this 2.5 month bubble campus.
Noah knocked it away. Shamet the other way. In the corner. Green 3. Good. He puts it down.
Just running point on that.
Anthony Davis fouled by Noah, who comes out and meets him on top.
Former defensive player of the year in Noah with the swipe down. And then he leads the break here and finds Green. Looked like it was a deuce for 2.
It was.
34.
Anthony Davis, a 7-time All-Star in his first season with LeBron, as we take a look at the upcoming app.
What a huge game for Memphis and Portland. I mean, with Portland trying to chase Memphis for that number 8 seed. New Orleans loses tonight. They were trying to factor in games. Offensive foul here. Looked like offensive foul.
Running on top. Knocked away. And they got a 3-on-2 as they were going for JaMychal Green, which is the 3rd most of any player's first quarter scoring in the NBA. Shamet. And his 2.
And go down to Anthony Davis with Shamet trying to guard AD.
Dion Waiters on top, just checking in. That's a 3-second. Dion, an exhibition game, and each team played 3 exhibition games, and there was some talk that Reggie, he might even wear some protective goggles tonight, but clearly that's not the case. He's decided to go with
consistent from last season.
Can he be that 3rd guy? Here comes George inside, bumped around. Watch this again from Saturday. Really broke in the eye.
Inadvertent.
Against the Magic, didn't return, and then didn't play in the team's final exhibition game.
Inadvertent going for your eyes, blurry vision, scratched retina. cornea, all those things come into play.
Kuzma just picked up the foul. Here's Paul George at the free throw line with 3:11 to play here in the first quarter. Jared.
Us yesterday in his media availability that he was expecting not to wear those goggles, but as long as the doctors gave him clearance, he was going to.
Caldwell Pope will drive and again uses that baseline to his advantage. Pretty play by Kentavious Caldwell Pope, and here comes. Clippers haven't led in this one on the fly. George uses the glass and puts it through. Paul George, Caruso, and Anthony Davis for three. Green trying to get it. Here's a running shot. It's a three by George. Caldwell Pope rebound. They quickly trigger. Here comes Dion Waiters. Had trouble finishing his time in Miami with some suspensions. A drive. Caldwell Pope. Slammed in by Davis. Woo! Lasers one outside. Green, three, no. Rebound Caruso. 2 to play in the first. Out to Kuzma on the fly. The triple, no. And a foul.
Foul by Shamet on that three-point.
Shamet was going to play tonight because he had tested positive for the COVID virus. Is a nice timed play here by Davis.
Look at the follow here. The size, the length. And then here's the shot by Kuzma. And I believe that's going to be Beverly picking up the foul here on Kuzma.
Talking about Anthony Davis, and you know, one of the nice topics when you take a look back at the career with some pretty good players over his career.
Wow, the best. I mean,
Now think about that.
that's a first ballot Hall of Famer. So will Anthony Davis. I still have to see what AD can do during the playoffs. But, I mean, that's 1A and 1B. Get through.
Actually by Detroit. Russo's on him. Shot clock is down to 9. And Shamet got a Noah screen. Howard tries to fill in. Into Noah. Lost the ball. Not scored. 5 assists. Backing in on Shamet. Out to Caruso. Thought three. Drives on Beverly. In. Drives out. It's James. Kuzma with a three. Noah there.
Ball movement by the Lakers.
And with his little Euro step right there by Beverly. Ron James averaging 26 points a game, averaging a double-double. Here's a three. And it sails wide open. Jackson dropping the sledgehammer. Nice drive on the wing by Reggie Jackson.
Miscommunication there. That's got to be a switch.
Now here's Caruso. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Lakers on top by 11. Biggest lead has been 13 here in the first quarter. Lakers are shooting at 47%. Kuzma, another three, another shot clock. Winding down the first quarter. Beverly, screen up top by Patterson. Drive inside with a move there by Reggie Jackson. The Los Angeles Clippers only have a game-and-a-half lead on number 3 Denver. Gone 11 of 12. Clippers, of course, the issue for them all season long has been play, and who can't. Trying to stay healthy here in the bubble will be huge. Here comes Kuzma. Final seconds, first quarter, coast to coast, and a drive and a foul. Began the season with a left ankle stress fracture and missed some games early on. FanDuel brings you more offer for every late game on TNT. Daily fantasy and other ways to win. Download the FanDuel app right now. Final second on the fly. Jackson traveled. He did. Right when he got to midcourt. He sure did travel. 0.2 on the clock.
I wonder if they'll put some more time on the clock as well.
Look at Doc Rivers. If Doc Rivers and the Clippers win tonight, Doc Rivers, who is currently tied with Red Auerbach in all-time wins in the NBA. Kuzma got it. Shot not in time and off. And our first quarter is in the books. 45% shooting for the Lakers. They got the lead 35-23 over the Los Angeles Clippers after one on TNT.